Violin virtuoso David Garrett has been hailed as one of the best violinists of his generation. He has broken records and boundaries both technically and musically, including selling millions of albums and hitting the 6 billion streams benchmark. It's fair to say that David's music career has reached a meteoric level of success. I had the opportunity to interview David 10 years ago, and 10 years later, we are reunited for a nostalgic chat. We talk about his dreams and desires, aims and ambitions. And make sure you stay tuned because he ends the interview by playing a tune for us. Classically trained and wild at heart. Ten years ago, I interviewed celebrity violinist David Garrett. With his music career propelling to new heights, we meet again a decade later. And we welcome him with open arms in China's Shenzhen city. This is violinist David Garrett's road to stardom, in brief. The child prodigy had his first encounter with the violin at the age of 4. By 10, he was gracing the stage. And by 13, he became the youngest ever artist to sign with Deutsche Grammophon, the highly regarded classical music record label. Garrett has worked with some of the most renowned classical musicians, including Zubin Mehta and Yehudi Menuhin. Menuhin even called him the greatest violinist of his generation. Garrett went on to study at the Juilliard School in New York under the direction of the legendary Isaac Perlman, and collaborated with leading orchestras like the Vienna Sinfonica, London Philharmonic Orchestra, and Philharmonica della Scala, just to list a few. He also ventured out to become a crossover artist, combining virtuoso classical music with pop music, which has proven to be just as successful. Destined to shine, he achieved one milestone after another, including garnering international awards, selling millions of records, performing at prestigious events, and breaking the Guinness World Record at one point as the fastest violinist in the world. As part of his global tour for his new classical album called Iconic, Garrett has made his way back to Asia. Marking his 70-plus shows, and after rocking the stages of China's Shanghai, Chengdu, and Chongqing, he said yes to meeting me prior to his big night in Shenzhen. Hello, David. Welcome to China and welcome to our show.
Very nice being here. Thank you. Good to see you again. It's been a while.
It's been a long time. The first time we met was 10 years ago. And look at this. 10 years later, we're sitting here across each other in Shenzhen, in China. Can you believe this?
Who would have thought? You know,
Yeah.
it's been a long journey, but very successful. And I'm very happy to be part of the festival here and play for almost 3,500 people tonight. So I'm super excited.
You've been touring in China. Can you tell us about your experience here so far?
We've been playing already in many other big cities. So far, it's been a very successful tour. I have to say it's the very first time I'm touring here in China. It's very exciting for me, also for my fellow musicians. We've been welcomed very enthusiastically. All the concerts were sold out. We had standing ovations. It's been very, very exciting. So we're looking forward to tonight, of course.
How are your fans here?
Very enthusiastic. There's a big love for classical music here, which I wasn't aware of, but I'm very happy because we're touring with the classical program. So that's good news for us. They listen very carefully with everything I do, and it's been a wonderful journey so far.
I can really feel it. I mean, even when you guys were doing rehearsal, you have all these people just, you know, taking photos, taking videos of you and clapping while you're doing rehearsal.
It's the new times.
Everything you do is being recorded, right?
Yeah, you got to be more careful, you know, hitting the notes all the time at the right place. Can't mess up these days.
So tell us about your album, Iconic.
It's based on beautiful, famous, short classical pieces. We recorded about 25 short classical diamonds, put them on one record, and we've been touring now since 8 months. With this program all around the world, tonight will be the 73rd performance this year, so it's been a long year.
That's insane.
And 3 more shows to go, so I can do this.
Music occupies your days, your nights, your brain, your life. Is there anything else that you dream about or think about besides music?
No, my life really revolves around always being 2 steps ahead of what I'm doing. So even though we are on tour right now, I use the days I'm not on stage to write, to arrange, to come up with good ideas for the next tour. I always try to be ahead of the game. It's been working for me for such a long time. I still enjoy performing. After all these years, why change a winning system?
Is there any cities that you love? Did you try any food?
We tried hot pot in Shenzhen, which was nice. I like the spices. Everything is very tasty. It's been fascinating.
Going forward, what is your plan?
In February, March, we were in the studio in New York working on the next album, and we're going to go back on tour mid of March. I live in music, so if I don't have music, I get bored. It gives me so much energy also to see the audience is enjoying. We're all here on this earth to have an impact. It's very difficult to conquer playing the violin at a very, very high level. And there's a lot of respect from people, and they see that, they hear that.
Are you planning to come back to China anytime soon? Are you planning to work with any local musicians down the line?
There are already plans for me to return, and I'm excited to see also how the audience will react when I play a different kind of style.
Amazing. I'm looking forward to tonight. Is it possible that we can get something from you?
Yeah, well, where's my instrument? This one I got recently. This is a beautiful instrument built in 1734. It's a violin maker which is more sought after than a Stradivari. There are less of those instruments and they're more expensive. This violin was sold at an auction about 8 months ago, and it was about $10 million, which was a steal. It's worth more. You can do a lot of things with this stuff.
Impressive, as always. Thank you so much, David. It's again good seeing you, and I hope I don't have to wait another 10 years to see you again.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think that's the first little step into this territory, and performing in these areas. And I think it's been a very successful tour, and we're going to build up on this.
We hope to see you back here again soon, right? All right, good luck tonight.
Thank you very much.
He is irrefutably one of the best, and his showmanship is nothing short of phenomenal. And the Shenzhen crowd concurs. Louisa Lee for CGTN, Shenzhen.